Hey guys, JorduDude here. Welcome to another episode of Learn to Skateboard.
Check it out.
Once you hang off a little bit, and to balance that out, I like it on the edge, you'll get more pop. You pop it more in the center, you'll get more control. Parallel to the ledge. You want to bend your knees, pop your board really fast, pop the board and scoop it so you kick it out at a nice angle. Hey guys, Jordan here. Welcome to another episode of Learn to Skateboard. Today I'm going to teach you how to do the cheat, what I call the swag frontside 360. Alright, so to do these kind of frontside 360s, you first want to know how frontside 180, and you probably want to know how to just like pivot around in manuals, power slides, and all that kind of easy stuff. Okay, so the frontside 360 that I'm going to try to teach you is a variation where it's something that beginners can do, and pros do it too sometimes in games of skate, where if they can't do the full 360 in the air, what they do is they do like a 180, and then they land in their front two wheels, and then they either pivot or slide the rest of the 180. They make it look really smooth, and in my opinion it looks better than the normal frontside 360, especially if you can do it smooth and fast. And yeah, people still count it as a full 360, and I like to do it. It's really fun. So yeah, that's what I'm going to try to teach you today. So for the foot positioning, it's basically just like a frontside 180. So I like to have my front foot slightly behind the front bolts, the toe is hanging off the board a bit, and to compensate I have my back foot on the tail with my heel hanging off like this. Maybe not that much, maybe a bit more on like that. And that's basically the normal foot positioning. You can play around with it. I just find that this is a good positioning to get a nice rotation and control when you're trying to spin around. Alright, so to do my swag frontside 360, what you want to be doing is be rolling forward, and you probably want to once you're ready to do the trick, you want to bend your knees just like you would do for any trick. And you're going to wind up your shoulders in the front side spinning position. So I'm regular, so I'll be twisting my shoulders up like that. You don't have to do it too much, but it is important that your shoulders are twisting up, because that's going to help you get your rotation and your spin around. So once you get your shoulders winded up, you're bending down, you want to start to unwind your shoulders, start to lift up, and once you start to lift up, that's when you're going to pop the tail. And when you want this trick, you don't have to aim for height. Once you get better at it, you can aim on trying to get it higher up. But I like to just do it nice and lazy, nice and stylish. So I just give it a nice little pop, just enough of a pop where you can get the board off the air. This trick, you don't have to focus on evening out the board as much. You just want to give it a nice pop. Have it, like I like to have it angled because it's easier to land in your pivot. So once you pop the board, you want to give it a nice little scoop. Your legs will be spinning in the rotation. You want your body to be spinning at a pretty good momentum, because that momentum is going to carry you around. So as you're spinning, you pop, you scoop. Your front foot is going to kind of slide up a bit to catch the board out. And then it's also going to try to grab it and push the board into that 180 rotation. So basically just like the frontside 180 up to this point. Once you get to that 180 rotation, this is all going to be happening fast, so you're going to have to practice. But once you get that 180 rotation, you're going to want to try have I like to have my back foot kind of straight out more. Because if I have it more straight out more, the board's going to be angled. And then that way I can land in the pivot here. You want to land on your back wheels, which would technically be your front wheels for the second. So you're gonna pop it, scoop it, turn. You're going to land on your back wheels here and kind of like a manual for a second. And what you're going to do is once you land in that positioning, you're going to want to whip the board around and get your full 360. So once you pop and scoop, you land in your pivot. You want to have your weight on your back foot so that you could spin around. And that momentum that you had earlier from untwisting your shoulders is going to keep going, and that momentum should carry you around so that once you land in your pivot, you're going to keep spinning, and as your body's spinning, my headphones are going everywhere, but as your body's spinning, your board will follow with you under your feet because the grip tape is grippy and it's going to hold on to your shoes. So once you land in that pivot, your body's still spinning, your shoulders are going to be momentuming to try to get around again. So your board will follow you, and you just make that pivot. And then once you make that extra 180 pivot, you'll be rolling away in your regular stance, and that's your full swag 360. Now some people like to do it where they keep your front wheels off the ground completely, and that's probably how you saw some of my examples, where I just landed in pivot and I kept going, made a 360. But I also find that's pretty cool, where if you could land in the pivot, you kind of make the turn with the wheels in the air, but sometimes I like to let the wheels down a bit so that it slides on the ground, and that just makes it look a bit cooler. It makes it look slick, swag. It slides, if your wheels are sliding, it makes it even better, and it just makes it look really cool, and it's very fun, and it feels good when you do the trick. It just, I don't know how to describe it, it's just like a good feeling trick, kind of like kick flips. So yeah, that's basically all that's to it. The common problem people would get is that they find it hard to land in the pivot and they can't get the full rest of the 180. So my recommendation is basically to just keep practicing. You have to practice your pivots. Make sure you have, I guess, decent manuals so that you can balance in that pivot decently. But basically it's all about momentum and your shoulders. You just want to make sure that once you land in that pivot, your shoulders and body is still in that momentum of spinning, and that's really what's going to carry you around to finishing this. It's just a really fun trick to do. It's pretty simple. I'm pretty sure you guys will pick it up really fast. Again, it's all about keeping your weight on your back foot and having that momentum in your body to spin around. And yeah, that's basically it. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions or comments, comment down below in the comment box, and I'll get back to you guys. And subscribe because I will be posting more videos soon, hopefully. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.